Hello, everybody. Here is a training on how to use CRWA's Nature-Based Solutions Conservation Tool. Our tool is located on our toolkit, which is on our website at crwa.org/toolkit. And here we are on the website on the toolkit. To find the conservation tool, go under Implementing Nature-Based Solutions and Nature-Based Solutions Conservation Tool. You can click on the link here or click on the link in the image here. And it'll take you to the Nature-Based Solutions Conservation Tool. To use the tool, you go under Data Sets here on the left-hand side of the screen. Click on Charles River Watershed. Then you can click on different options to show different things on the map. So I always select Watershed, and this shows the watershed boundary for the Charles River Watershed in black. You can add the town boundaries, streams and linear features, as well as other different things. Then you can also add different things, including conservation opportunities, conservation categories, and restoration. So if you click on dams, they'll show in red all the different dams along the Charles River Watershed. You can zoom in and click on them and just see where they are, as well as all of the other things, including shoreline, stream, ditch, canal, aqueduct, and other man-made shorelines and structures. Additionally, if you're interested in seeing what things are, so say you want to look up upland restoration conservation opportunities, click on that, and they are in the brown shading there. If you want to know what that is, click on the three dots to the right of the description, and it shows a description of the title. And you can change with this slider the different how it'll come up on the map, the different images. But if you see this, it says upland areas within the watershed that are suitable for restoration with nature-based solutions. Restoration is suitably takes into account the current need for restoration feasibility based on physical and management characteristics and opportunity to address equity through restoration projects. It adds all this huge description that you can read on your own time. You can select and unselect different things depending on what you want to look at. Some of the more interesting things you can look up is conservation opportunities. So highest scoring conservation opportunities, that's everything in red here. So these are parcels of land where they are not under conservation land currently, but your city or town or your local land trust could also look to acquire these properties. So you can zoom in to see where these are located. So right now we're in Milford, Mass. You can see all of these locations for conservation, and this is the highest scoring. And say you have a different interest, say you're really concerned about flooding, you can look specifically for conservation opportunities for flooding, for example, and that comes up in blue here. These are all parcels that, if you conserved, would protect for flooding downstream. You do water resource protection, which is another shade of blue, or habitat, which is in green. So yeah, this tool is really fun to look at different opportunities for what's the best habitat in your community, what's the best conservation opportunities, as well as where things are happening. So if you go to conservation categories, you can look at inland flood categories, or still in Milford, Mass. And it shows the different categories for flooding and that are prone to flooding. And you can see number one, so the lighter shade of blue is the current FEMA floodplains. Number two is the current and historic wetlands within a 100-foot buffer. And three is the lowest elevation, 10% elevation each side of the subbasin of the watershed. So you can see all these different aspects. And this is one of our many tools that we have at CRWA. We also have a flood model mapping system, which is similar to this, but is looking at climate change projections as well as different flooding that's happening now and into the future with a changing climate. So that's another great opportunity and great resource that you can use as well. But this is specifically for conservation purposes. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us at charles@crwa.org.